From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. To the right side, it's Kelsey. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts sliding out of the pocket. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Finding room at midfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 73 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here comes Tony on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 50 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that one was made so tough by the penalty, pushing him back to the 7. They still got it done, though.
And the big surprise is that the extra point unit doesn't run out there with the kicker. Okay, you move it back to the 7, but they felt like they needed to have it, and they felt like they had a good play call, and they were successful.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. first and 10. It's Sanders. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd down and 4. Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Hurts throws complete to Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins from 17 yards out. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of...
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To throw, it's Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Throwing is Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st down, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Mike 57. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I don't think you...
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
That's complete to Tony.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
18 more yards there and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Gray.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Mahomes throwing on 4th.
By rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal, they go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. George Karlaftis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
He's got Watkins on the out route.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But 1st down, Hurts. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, Someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Steps away to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.